traded. Oh my gosh, how could you get rid of that guy? They also get mad when you don't sign a free agent. How can you just sit there while the other teams pass us by? They are the worst fans in sports.
Right, we're the worst fans of sports. We are back. We are better. We are than ever. Right here, live.
Yeah, better than ever.
Better. We're back, better than ever. And I said we are better than.
Got it.
Remember that band? We opened for them one time. Better than ever.
Ezra.
Yeah, we played the River of Toys with your girl Lisa Loeb.
My girlfriend at the time was Lisa Loeb.
Yes,
We're no longer together. Unfortunately.
Well, she was also dating Dweezil Zappa at the time.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with the Dweez.
That's what they call him.
They say he's the Dweez knees.
Oh, boo!
Yeah.
Boo.
Hey,
hey!
We're a sports podcast.
Hey, one of these.
Yeah.
How many times are you gonna say that per episode?
He says it all the time, constantly, all the time.
I do.
All right, looks like we're live on YouTube and Facebook.
Hey, we're here. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. I hope we can tell that
it's okay. There is zero
people.
Two
of you are watching. All right. Hey, welcome. if you want us to read your comments, be sure you copy or type something on that Facebook chat, and we'll post it up there if we think it's worthy to be posted. I'm Mike. I am the sweet baby boy. Over to my left is Chris Young, who is Gramps.
I think it's everybody else's. Yeah, right. I guess you're right to everyone else. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, my left, according to this is my left hand. So yeah. Anyway, he's a grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
And why are you sweet baby boy?
I had no idea. I just wrote something.
Because he's a sweet baby boy.
That's what came into your mind when you're like, what's my sub name gonna be?
What's my sub name gonna be this week? Sweet baby boy.
I'm still the special assistant.
You will always be.
Emphasis on special.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember at the beginning of the new iteration of the Worst Fans in Sports podcast, you actually were promoted to third mic from special assistant, but when we started doing the video, you demoted yourself.
He demoted himself back.
I figured since I never got a check, I wasn't officially in that position, so I was still a special assistant. I'm still waiting on my first check from WFIS.
Keep waiting.
Yeah, keep waiting, buddy.
All right.
What's wrong?
Hear my chair squeak?
I thought that was your back.
I didn't.
Good. I'm glad you can't. Yes, that was my. We're back.
New poster in the back, Mike.
There is. This is a 1976 Kiss poster. And what's cool about this poster? And my light is shining right on it, so you really can't see.
Turn the other way. And we can see the other side, maybe.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
a little bit.
So it's like that, that picture from the Civil War when the drummer's playing the drums and they're all bandaged up and everything. I just hit my mic. Did you hear that?
Yep.
This was taken in 1976. And what's interesting about this poster is when Andy takes over WKRP and changes it to rock format, he takes this poster and hangs it up. This is the poster that he hangs up. And I'm in a WKRP. I'm going to post like a screenshot of this. I'm in a WKRP, fan group on Facebook, and every once in a while people post this picture. So I'm going to post it like, hey, I had this poster behind me during our Facebook, during our whatever this thing's called, podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
Yeah,
that's the word you're looking for.
Pretty sought after.
Yeah, it is a sought after.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Tammy says, hey, Tammy.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Hi, Mom.
So yeah, Cardinals.
Well, not yet.
Uh-oh.
The host is not doing host things. What did he do?
He I don't know. There
I am. I removed myself.
Touching buttons.
I didn't mean to do that.
Your job is to read the show sheet. Stop touching things.
So what you got? You want to talk about some general baseball news there, Chris? With one major thing happened, at least that you and I are pretty big fans of. I'm pretty sure
Jackson
that Aaron
Holiday.
is too.
Jackson Holiday got the call finally.
Mm-hmm.
He should have never been sent down after camp. but he is on the roster now. And if my opinion is that he is struggling.
Yeah, and they should. He's
There's going to be growing pains.
He's
but
played.
he has collected
How
his
old?
first hit.
How old is
20.
he? 20.
He has collected his first hit.
20
Mike,
old. What did I
stop
do?
touching stuff.
Jesus.
I got my toddler.
This podcast is going to be done before it started. But yeah, he collected his first hit the other night, and he's playing fine. He had a little mishap defensively in his first game. He's shown off his arm a few times.
They call that first game nerves in the business.
Mhm.
I'm sure it was.
And you know what they say, you never forget your first hit. Anyway,
How did you remove yourself from the stage? Because I'm going to remove Aaron.
Hover over him, and a big thing says remove.
Yeah.
Excuse me, pardon me.
But he got a run tonight, so he's fine. He does. His arm doesn't seem to be super strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So
He needs
he's
more
a
time to-
shortstop, but they have him playing second, and he has not shown off a super strong arm yet. But we'll see.
Mhm.
But he's playing in the big leagues, which is awesome. Matt Holliday was at all 3 of his first games with
Nice.
his brother, who's projected to be the #1 overall pick either next year or the year after, Ethan, and his sister was also there.
Ethan's what, 2-3 years out, maybe?
Well, he's not been drafted yet.
Right, but I'm saying project it now. If he takes the same path that Jackson
Well, I don't
did.
know, because Wyatt Langford and Nolan Shanuel from the Angels were drafted last year. Wyatt Langford starting for the Rangers this year, and Nolan Shanuel came up and got promoted last year after being drafted.
Damn.
So who knows? It depends on what the team needs are and how good they are.
But good for Jackson. Good for him.
I'm excited. I'm sure, first month growing pains, he's probably going to be an exciting player to watch.
I agree. And I love the Orioles. They're a lot of fun to watch. Their game is on my TV right now, actually.
It's my favorite AL team.
My favorite player on their team is Colton Cowser, and he was last week was plus 1,200 to win Rookie of the Year, and he's been doing nothing but hitting the ball and hitting home runs, driving in runs. So he's been playing really well. The other thing, well, there's a couple, but do you guys remember Al Leiter?
Yeah, he was the pitcher that could hit really well, right?
Well, I don't know if he could hit.
Played for the
pitched
Mets
for a long time. He did play for the Mets. His son Jack got the call today, and he will be starting for the Rangers on Thursday.
Nice.
So that's exciting. What I read earlier today was that apparently he's really, really good, and somebody like Jack Leiter only comes along once every so often.
Is he what position?
He's a pitcher.
Another pitcher. Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
wonder where he learned how to pitch.
probably from his mom.
You guys want to hear another dumb joke?
No,
Absolutely.
I said no.
Did you know that Jack Leiter has a younger brother?
Yeah.
Cigarette.
So this has been the Worst Fans of Sports podcast, everybody. I hope you guys don't.
I
believe us
hate
again.
myself for suggesting
said
we
it
do
was-
this live.
I said it was a dumb joke. Cigarette. Leiter.
When we weren't
never-
doing
we
this
never-
live, we could edit that out.
We never did.
We never
because I
did.
was too
No, we
because I was
never
too
did.
lazy to do it.
We never did. How about your boy Tyler O'Neill?
So, hitting some great home runs, right? He's leading the AL at 7
Yep.
with 8 RBI,
Yeah, which is not
which
great.
is also kind of the same kind of pace that Mike Trout is on.
Mike Trout has since hit a couple 2-run homers, so he's broken the
No
40
way.
for 40 season.
So, but yeah, he had a little accident, huh?
He's got a boo-boo on his head now. He has as many stitches as he has RBIs.
8.
So yeah, who did he collide with?
Rafael Devers, their third baseman.
That's right. Who looked dead after that.
He looks like he took the softest part of that collision, but he rolled over onto his stomach and looked dead.
And he
Yeah.
also ran into a brick wall, a literal brick wall human being. You know the guy from the Fantastic Four that's like a orange rock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing,
that-
right? Isn't
The
that the
thing.
thing?
That's the thing. Yeah, Tyler O'Neill is the thing.
He's bulky.
I saw a picture of him, with his shirt off in like a batting cage, and his arms were all veiny. And I think it was Scott White from the CBS fantasy podcast. He said, "See, I told you he was a robot or something. Like you could see the wires running through his arms because his veins are bulging." What I really, really wanted to talk about was Angel Hernandez and umpiring in general.
Just complete and utter garbage.
How does that man have a job?
The umpires union.
That's it. Did you see the pitch track for his strikeout of Wyatt Langford?
It was what was it 8 pitches?
Not a single one of them was in the strike zone. Langford didn't swing at any of them.
No, so I guess it
called out on strike.
it couldn't have been 8 pitches.
I think it was 3 and 3. I think it was 6 pitches.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, called out on strikes. It was unbelievable. So that brings me to I don't know what league it is, but in the minors they're testing this challenge a pitch. Steal balls and strikes rule. Paul Skeens, I was watching him pitch on Friday last week. And by the way, he went 3 innings and struck out 8.
Yeah, and you know who else is having a really good minor league season is McGreevy.
Yes, he is, but not a Paul Skeens level minor league season. But yeah, he went 3 and struck 8. But on his last strikeout and the last batter he faced, he threw a pitch that was kind of up and in, and they called it a ball, and he immediately tapped on his head.
Yeah,
and they challenged it, and it was a strike. Got the strikeout.
Huh.
Like they need to bring this to the MLB, and I mean, I don't know what the rules are as far as how many times you can do that, or if you can do it repeatedly if you're successful. I don't know.
It would be really cool if someone might have like a box in front of him that he could, type in some keywords and find the answer out for us. I don't know. Maybe
Angel Hernandez is making a strong case for robot.
Maybe someone that we pay handsomely to be.
Are you trying to tell me to look something up? Because if so, I have no idea what you're wanting me to look up.
Look up. Can you
look up the
special
rule for
assistants?
appealing balls and strikes
Thank
in
you.
minors?
Thank
I'm just not
you.
sure how many.
Say that again.
Look up appealing balls and strikes.
Got it.
In the minors, because I don't know the rules behind it. I just saw Paul Skeens do it, and that reminded me that they're actually trialing that.
Yes.
And it was successful at that point. I don't know how successful it's been or how many people have actually tried it, but he did not hesitate. And he was right.
Yeah, and I have seen some stuff about it. About Aaron looks up the rules. We'll see how successful.
So far, I found the minor leagues use a so-called challenge system to call balls and strikes, under which the home plate umpire calls the pitches, but both teams have the ability to challenge a call. When a challenge is made, the final call is made by the Hawkeye pitch tracking system.
Yep, and I saw him.
Which is robot.
It's robot. Nothing on how many times you can do it though.
No, at least not on this article. It's more
than
content.
If it's more successful and it continues to be successful, I'm sure they will come out with more of the rules behind how it operates and how many times they can do it. Have you found? Is there a success rate?
So far across AAA, MLB's numbers show that we've seen less than 50% of the challenges result in a reversal. If a batter, if a batter or pitcher was upset about a call, but they find the call was accurate, that's often the end of the argument. And that was from May 26, 2023, though. So that
were they doing it last year too?
I guess, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. So, but this is all 2022, 2023 articles. So there must be there. I mean, it's the minor league system season is so short,
and it just started. So
yeah, that's what I meant.
There's not far in.
Yeah. So there's probably not a lot of. But
we should give it some time, and we should circle back to this discussion at some point because I'm curious to see how this robot ump thing progresses. Because Angel Hernandez needs to be out of a job.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely terrible.
He feels the need to interject himself into every single game, and
Like
it's egregious.
Like it's the Angel Hernandez show.
Yeah, he thinks it is. And a lot of the calls, it's not borderline calls that he's screwing up. It's egregious the way he's just making calls how he sees fit, and they're not close. And did you see the post that I shared the other day of Kyle Schwarber? I was like, this is when I became a Kyle Schwarber fan.
Yes.
And he threw his bat down and he was like, there's a strike zone here. There's a strike zone here. You're calling it wrong for us. You're calling it wrong for them. And he got thrown out. He was arguing for both sides. That was Angel Hernandez that he was arguing with. Big shock, right?
No, not a shock at all. I mean, there's a Facebook group called Why We Hate Umps or something like that.
Yeah.
And they
How do
post,
you find all these obscure, weird Facebook groups, man?
you know, because I'm looking, almost all I do on Facebook is look up baseball and Star Wars. I'm just looking at baseball and Star Wars stuff. But this We Hate Umpires group, they just post a bunch of videos, and most of them are like high school, little league. There is some major league stuff, some minor league stuff, some other professional ball, and it's really and every one of them was like, what would you call this? And it's always some obscure rule, like the ball bounced, before third base, but bounced on third base and then went into the foul. Is this a fair foul? And then everyone's arguing. And one guy's like, well, I was an umpire for 20 years and that's fair. And another guy's like, I was an umpire for 50 years and that's foul. It's actually pretty funny to go into the comments. But there's a lot of Angel Hernandez hate there too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all over the place. I used to umpire children.
Yeah, well, I can see why people would hate you then.
I was not hated. I was loved, Mike.
I found something.
Yay, Aaron found something.
What'd you find?
Apparently, you can only challenge on taken pitches. Each team gets one challenge per half inning during innings 1 through 6. Use it or lose it. But there's some change in innings 7 through 9, and when I click on the article, I can't find this.
Say that second part, because only challenging taken pitches would make sense, because if you swing at a ball and you miss.
Hey, that was a ball. That was tapping my head. That was a ball.
Swing.
I'm just reading what they said.
I know. What was the second part of that, though?
Apparently, something different happens in innings 7 through 9.
No, before that.
Each team gets one challenge per half inning during innings 1 through 6.
Oh, so they can challenge one time per half inning.
And it's a use it or lose it.
Every stretch there. Yep.
So, all right.
So you almost want to. But then you
might as well use it if you can. Skeens ended the inning.
We'll circle back to this later on.
Paul Skeens ended his half inning by challenging that pitch. And it was
the pitcher and the hitter can challenge.
Yes. Paul Skeens did not hesitate to challenge it. By the way, have you seen him pitch yet?
I have not.
I watched him in college, and then now he's in the minors. He effortlessly throws 102 miles per hour
till his arm blows up.
His arm will blow up at some point. He'll be a candidate for Tommy John. But for right now, his just mechanics and his motion, it's just effortless.
Nice.
So
you like to see that.
Yeah, and he's also a giant. So he's got that going for him. Pitching downhill.
He's 7'8".
No, I don't think he's that tall.
When he was in grade school, they always called him Greenie.
Like Green Giant.
Jolly Green Giant. He laughed a lot, belly laughed all the time. Oh.
Man.
So if we're gonna get through all the stuff on our show sheet, we need to start motoring.
All right. So Mike spent most of the morning sending us images and sending us
everybody. Photos. I did show prep.
He did do show prep, and I was giving him shit for it, and then I finally was like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was sending him a bunch of shit. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, this is my show prep. It's like, good job.
Well, I was arguing some of the stuff that you were sending me.
Of course, which is fine because we can argue about it now.
But I was arguing, but you were in agreement, so it was weird. You're like, I know this isn't for you. You're not my audience.
Well, yes.
All right. So is Sonny Gray an ace? This is our first big topic, and this is the first thing Mike sent this morning, and he's sending me all these pictures. Well, he's sending us all these pictures, and I'm like, I don't I don't know why you're sending me all these. Sonny Gray has been an ace for most of his career,
Well,
no matter what organization he was in.
I say that because there's a lot of people who are Cardinals fans who are in, and Cardinals media, who are in the message boards or talking on their radio shows or talking on the podcast, who say that they don't believe Sonny Gray is an ace and that the Cardinals should have gone deeper and gotten someone better, and that he's at best a 2. Who says it, or who should they get?
Who should they have gotten?
Well, one of them would be Aaron Nola, and this is someone that you pushed.
Yeah, until the Phillies paid more.
Well, I'm really glad that you're just letting me speak. So this is one. So this is one that you called out. So
I did. I was on the Nola bandwagon last year.
Yeah. So career. Aaron Nola. I hit the wrong one. Aaron Nola has a better career, but it's not that. If you look, it's not that big of a difference. WAR is 7 points. The ERA, Sonny Gray actually has a better ERA and ERA plus. He has a lower strikeout rate. He has a higher walk percentage. But they're not
pretty close.
They're not that much different. Yes. Aaron, I'm not saying this is what people are going to say. Mike says Aaron Nola is not as good as Sonny Gray. That's not what I said. But they are definitely close. Now, about their contracts, though, Sonny Gray signed a 3-year, $75 million contract with the Cardinals, and it was $75 million guaranteed, so it's an AAV of $25 million. However, he's only getting $10 million this year, which means he has that other. I don't know if it's deferred. Where I cop these numbers from, I don't know if it's deferred or if it is whatever. If it's like next year's 30, the next year's 30, I don't know how that lays out. Aaron Nola signed a 7-year, $172 million contract for $24.5 each year. So actually, Aaron Nola got a bigger contract, but his AAV on average is actually slightly less than Sonny Gray's. But here's the issue: Sonny Gray is 34 with a 3-year contract. That takes him to 37. Aaron Nola is 30 with a 7-year contract that takes him to 37. Phillies might have locked up a better pitcher at the beginning, but they might be more comparable at the end. Now, it would be nice if Sonny Gray was 30 and the Cardinals had a 3-year contract and was paying him this now.
Yeah.
But dollar for dollar, yes, Nola's a better pitcher. However, when
I pulled up the details of both of their contracts.
Okay.
Sonny Gray, you said 3 years, $75 million, right?
Yep.
$10 million base salary this year,
right.
25, then 35, with a $30 million team option in 2027.
Okay.
Nola it's spread out overall 7 years. So his $172 million is spread out evenly.
Is that $24 million? So
24, yeah.
So
24.5.
So the Phillies are going to be paying almost $25 million a year for Nola in his age 37 contract, and the Cardinals are going to be paying $35 million for Sonny Gray in his 37th age contract. Yeah. But again, when you extrapolate over the course of the contract, it's still $25 million a year. It's just they're paying less now. So is Nola a better pitcher? Yes, but this season.
Here I pulled up.
But this season, our boy Sonny Gray has got it.
Yeah, Nola's prone to blowups, and he's been blown up twice this year. Already.
I mean, look at this. I mean, this is not a small sample size or anything. Sonny Gray has a 0 ERA, while Aaron Nola's got a 3.47. Yeah, good job paying him $25 million, you losers at the Philadelphia Phillies.
The K rate's even higher for Sonny, which is actually surprising.
Again, it's 3 games versus 2 games.
Yes.
If anyone is seriously thinking that I'm suggesting that has any actual statistical significance over the course of his career or of his season. That's not what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh,
can I say this?
Okay.
Aaron Nola is not even the ace of the Phillies.
Damn. Oh, maybe Sonny Gray isn't an ace then. So let's look at who a lot of Cardinals fans really wanted Shane Bieber. Justin Bieber. So this is career, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is career. Sorry. Well, Sonny Gray has a higher WAR. He's pitched more games, but the statistics do show that Shane Bieber has, better stuff. But it's not much. I mean, his win-loss rate's higher. ERA's, 23 points. ERA plus is 4 points. Strikeouts, that can be deceiving because, if you're more of a ground ball pitcher. So, but, Sonny Gray versus Shane Bieber this season. Well, they both had a 0 ERA, and Shane Bieber might have more strikeouts, but guess what? Shane Bieber's ending this season with 20 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
The year.
Unfortunately,
that was the joke. But that was a joke. That's why I put his 2024.
Well, yeah,
up because he's
But hey, what a start he had!
Oh, it was amazing, wasn't it?
And I feel bad for Guardians fans. We like the Guardians well enough. We were there.
Yeah.
They were nice. They treated us well.
It was more the stab at all the Cardinals fans. Like, you didn't get Shane Bieber, blah blah blah. Well, we got the exact same pitcher, just about, and he's actually going to pitch at least one more game.
He's got one more start in him at least. And here's the thing about Sonny Gray and even Shane Bieber is both of them are reinventing the way they pitch because they're not the same pitcher they were when they were younger, as most aren't. Same thing Adam Wainwright did. I mean, his last couple of years left a bit to be desired, but he had to reinvent the way he pitched. You lose velocity when you get older, and you've got to learn how to actually pitch. And Sonny Gray's good at that. And so was Shane Bieber.
So a lot of Cardinals fans have been saying, well, we never should have traded Zach Gallen. So here's not career. Technically, it's 2019 through 2024. Sonny Gray pitched longer, but I wanted to have a snapshot of Zach Gallen's entire career.
Yeah.
Sonny Gray has a better ERA plus. He has a higher WAR. For everyone upset about us not having an ace and saying Zach Gallen could have been our ace, and this is not saying that Zach Gallen's a bad pitcher, nor saying that I wouldn't have wanted to keep him. But again, the statistics show this is proving my case to Judge AP if that Sonny Gray is a ace. And then finally, the one everybody wanted, Yamamoto.
Yep.
He's got a 4.5 ERA, guys. Sonny Gray has not walked anyone.
There is a caveat.
We can extrapolate so much off of 2 games, guys. Or 4 games.
No, it's 3. So it's 4. And Yamamoto pitched and got blown up in Korea in those early games, but he has not been that bad since that game.
I am. It's again, it's a joke because it's because this is how the worst fans of sports act. And that's why I put this one, and that's why I put Shane Bieber's 2024 and even Aaron Nola's 2024. I mean, look at the stats. This guy's so much better. It's been 2 games. By the way, just a little back on Aaron Hernandez. I saw this on Baseballer and
this was funny.
What did I say? Aaron? Oh, Aaron Hernandez. Well, a little on Angel Hernandez. Thank you. This is just a funny meme, so all of you watching or listening think. Oh, by the way, since you're listening, you can't see this meme. It's a iPhone notification center. It says Angel Hernandez missed call. Angel Hernandez missed call. Angel Hernandez missed call. And it's like 5 or 6 of them, so it's pretty funny.
It checks out. So back to Sonny Gray. My opinion, he's been an ace for most of his career on most teams he has pitched on, and he is currently the Cardinals' ace. So yeah, he's an ace.
Judge AP, ace or no ace?
Ace. He's an ace. Small sample size, but checks out.
Not a small sample size this season. Yes, it's not a small sample size for his career.
No. I'm saying a Cardinals ace. Yes.
But the question is, they did the thing in question is, did they sign an ace? And the answer is yes, because for most of his career, he has been an ace on the teams that he's pitched on.
I mean, pretty decent numbers that I put up when in the comparison with Shane Bieber. Thank you to baseballreference.com for the screen.
Love that website.
I'm on it all the time to argue with people in message boards.
It's a great website.
Constantly and consistently. So yeah, so moving on, if we're ready, since the judges has
I don't think
has that was me banging my gavel.
Decision's final. He's an ace.
Has made the decision. He's an ace. So all you haters out there, we have an ace.
Now he better not give up a run all season as an ace.
Right. Well, that's because that's what
an average strikeout an inning.
Yes.
He will finish the year with a 0.00 ERA. We're predicting now.
No, I'm not predicting that.
Okay.
No banner about Mason Wynn.
Nothing about Mason Wynn. What? I didn't understand.
Oh, there it is. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Is this being questioned?
Well, yes, it's been questioned by the BFIB. It's been questioned by the podcasters. It's been questioned by the St. Louis sports media. Why does Mason Wynn sit so much? They've played their 8 and 9. So they played 17 games, and he sits every third or fourth game.
Yeah, I don't have a big complaint about that.
I don't either, and but a lot of people are saying, well, he's 20. Why is he sitting? Why would we sit? And I find that to be utterly ridiculous. My actual argument for him to sit is he's 20.
Yeah,
he hasn't played a 162 game season. He doesn't know how to deal with the rigors of 6 day a week baseball. How
many games did they play? He's sat one time this season, April 3rd.
He's maybe come in and pinch hit, but he's not started. I think he sits or doesn't start because he didn't start the other
3 at bats, 5-2. Maybe he pinch hit in that game. 4-4-2, 4-3, 2 with walks. So 3 at bats, 4-4-3. He's sat maybe twice.
Well, I apologize for not having the actual numbers of games that he sat. However, it is he's been sitting, and it's a little bit lame that people are complaining about it.
Agreed. My question is, why doesn't he take every single Cardinal at bat and in every game, every position?
Well, so the one argument is the same as why does Ivan Herrera sit so much? You want to put sometimes you want to put your best offensive team on the field, and I understand that. And Mason Wynn is a better defender than Brandon Crawford. But again, how many people do we have out on the IL? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a statistically significant. I'll just keep using that. It is a good amount of people on the IL. 2 of our outfielders are on the IL. 2 of our main outfielders, which puts pressure on a bench person having to be an outfielder instead of an infielder. Mm-hmm. So you have Donovan who can play anywhere. Mm-hmm. You have, but everybody else, what's his name? Ciani? Is that his name?
Nick Ciani, yeah.
Yeah, he's an outfielder. Victor Scott. You have Brandon Crawford was brought in to back up shortstop. That's what he does. And every time he does it, people complain.
Yeah, it's stupid. Complaint.
I don't get it. I don't understand why people are so upset that Mason Wynn is sitting when it's a 162 game season. He's 20 years old. Yes, he's tearing the cover off the ball. Yes, he's playing well. He has good defense. But when he's gassed in August, what did we do?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, he's going to play a lot of games. And that's because defense plays, and he's a great defender. This is a stupid argument.
So I did see that Ali Marmol is saying, now whether it's true or not, that Mason Wynn has been dealing with a bit of a tight back, which is part of the reason why he's been sitting.
Okay, well, that would make sense.
That could also be a lie to get the pressure off his back, wondering, why are you sitting him? If it is a lie, if I were Ali Marmol, I'd say, I'm sitting him because he's 20 years old and it's a long season.
Yeah, it's April. It's still April. I don't think there's anything wrong with him taking a day off here and there.
Do you know what Mason Wynn's middle name is?
No.
Hand to God, swear. Well, according to Bally Sports broadcaster Chip Carey, his middle name is Blaze.
Well, there's a guy that plays for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Name is Blaze Anderson, and there's another guy in the minors named Blaze. I can't remember what his last name is, but yeah, Blaze.
Did you see? I forget where it was from, but somebody was talking about how, like, 3 of the top young, I guess under 20 or 20 and under baseball players.
Oh, named Jackson Holiday, Jackson
I
Merrill.
thought that was funny.
Who's the other one?
Is one of them?
Oh, Jackson Churio.
Is one of them
Churio? Yeah.
Is one of them SON? One of them SYN? JCK?
No,
one of them JAKSSO with an umlaut N?
No. No, they're all spelled the same.
So speaking of defense playing, defensive war, what is it good for? So
that's the song. Is that what you're going for?
Yes. Yeah. There's
so
a lot.
Hypothetically, if you were a fan of baseball but didn't know what defensive war meant, could you explain that?
I sure can.
I don't know what that means. I've heard. I know war is wins against replacement. Is that right?
Wins above replacement.
Like how many more games would the team have won had you played instead of not playing? Right.
That's
war.
Exactly it.
Yep. Yeah. That's exactly what war is.
So defensive war is the defensive side of that equation. Yes, it is nerdy statistics. It is rooted in a lot of different variables, including what position you play, which a lot of times you can't, you don't want to compare everyone's war, like a left fielder with a shortstop, for example, because it's going to be judged differently. You're judged against that position itself. So, a lot of people like to put out, and if you go to Smash Mouth Baseball, it's about talking trash, right? That's what they do. So every once in a while, this wasn't from Smash Mouth Baseball, but every once in a while you'll see something like this. For all you baseball fans out there, stat heads, career errors made. Derek Jeter, 254. Ozzie Smith, 281. Yada, yada. And then you'll see in the messages, Ozzie Smith was overrated. Derek Jeter's the best ever. Ever shortstop. Derek Jeter, the best ever. Okay.
Statistically, that's not true.
It has a lot of it has to do with his range.
Yeah, his range factor was one of the lowest ever.
And so defensive war, Derek Jeter has a minus 8.3.
And this isn't golf. Negative is bad.
Yeah. Right. Whereas Ozzie Smith leads all player ever in the history of baseball with a 44.2 defensive war. So
it's higher than negative.
It's
significantly higher than negative.
So a defensive measure of wins above replacement, but given only for defensive stats of a player in his position adjustment. They use replacement level. For this calculation, we use a replacement level on defense in the league average. And this is from Baseball Reference. And Ozzie Smith is number 1 with a 44.2.
Who's number 2?
Mark Bellinger, 39.5. Brooks Robinson, 39.1. Cal Ripken Jr., who was a shortstop, who's also in that picture about Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
35.7.
What about, do you have the list?
I can go back to look at it. That was a screen grab.
Oh, okay. Is Omar Vizquel on there on your screen grab?
If you want, no, because it's
okay. We can look up. Nah, we can look it up later.
We can talk about it next week. So, So this argument that people have, yes, I get it. Career errors. He's made less errors. And when you compare Ozzie Smith's career to Derek Jeter's career, a lot of people will show this too. And this is one of the things that I don't like about this Baseball Reference, this particular easy comparison, player comparison. Because
stats.
What's on there, guys?
Offense.
It's just offense. It's only offense. So people will post this and go, see, Derek Jeter's a better shortstop than Ozzie Smith. No one's ever seriously said that Derek Jeter doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. No, that's not an argument. Derek Jeter is probably one of the best hitting shortstops ever to play the game.
Yeah.
However, he was not the best shortstop even on his team.
Agreed.
Mhm.
So even though he played shortstop, he had a shortstop playing third base for him.
Yeah. You know,
Um,
who
he
that was,
never
Aaron?
back.
What's that, Aaron?
I was going to say, and Derek Jeter never backflipped. He can't.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
And-
that
and-
you know
and-
of.
And part of this, obviously, Aaron brings up a very good point. I grew up watching Ozzie Smith. I think he's the best shortstop ever to play the game because of exactly what you just said.
Mhm.
But
Because he could backflip.
that's it. That's the only thing. Well, look at Ozzie Smith's career OPS. It's the devil.
That's scary. It's the mark of the beast.
Devil. Ozzie Smith is
Oh.
Ozzie Smith is the Antichrist we've been looking for.
No, he's a wonderful man. He's a great ambassador for baseball, and he hosts Cardinals Insider, available before every Cardinals broadcast on Bally Sports Midwest.
Look at
We
the
are-
13
we are
gold
not-
gloves, man.
We are not sponsored by Bally Sports
don't-
Midwest.
We don't
No.
receive any revenue for that.
No,
Free ad.
No.
Damn
And
it.
and also 262 for a shortstop in the 80s. It's actually a pretty good 80s and 90s is a pretty good career batting average.
Yep.
Shortstop wasn't the offensive producer that it is now.
And Mike made
And,
me laugh earlier when we were talking about this because he said we were talking about his range factor. Mike's like, yeah, it's because he's got like 2 feet of range on either side of him. So all of those balls that he couldn't get to, those don't count as errors.
Those don't count as errors, and which is actually a detriment to his pitching staff because a normal shortstop could have gotten to the ball. If they made an error, the hit would not have been charged to the pitcher. But since Jeter,
Couldn't get to them.
yeah, he couldn't
it's a
get.
hit.
All he could do is fall over. Like I don't know. I guess the guy could run. He just couldn't run sideways. Like I didn't watch a lot of Derek Jeter playing. But
I
yeah,
mean, he made some pretty fancy plays, but
if they were hit right to him.
yeah, well, I mean, there's that one that he was making. He did that jumping throw as he was running away from the ball, but I don't think the ball was hit that far away from him.
Right.
No,
Exactly. So anyway, this is my knock on Derek Jeter and Derek Jeter stands because, screw you guys.
I do like Jeter, but I agree with you on the Ozzie versus Jeter. It's not. I don't know. He was
The
a better
two-
hitter, but not better
Yeah.
defensive shortstop.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I would say that Jeter was a lackluster defender.
yeah,
Spe-
and I would
speaking-
think that's fair.
Speaking of lackluster,
Wow, how'd you
what's
do
with
that?
the Cardinals' lackluster start of 2024?
A lot of it has to do with the same thing that caused their issues last year.
Which would be
Driving in runs.
driving in runs. You know what? I think that's it because we have we have the standings. We don't have the team ERA
It's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's
This is the
batting.
This is the batting average. So we can start here. So the Cardinals' batting average is second to last in the NL, tied with Philly.
Is
with
that the
231.
batting average with runners in scoring position? Because that's what I
No.
saw for that. Okay.
I couldn't find the batting average with risk. I have a hard time finding that stat for some reason. But we don't have it, so I'll just read it anyway. So yeah, so they're hitting 231. The Marlins are the only NL team that's worse with a 215. They're tied with Philly, who's winning games if I'm not mistaken, at 231. So we are having those exact same problems this year that we had last year, and I probably talked about it ad nauseum on the podcast last year. What runners in scoring position? They are not hitting with runners in scoring position, and
No, they are not.
it's happening again.
We're going to heat up, though. Don't worry. We're going to heat up. The bats are going to heat up. Once the weather heats up, the bats heat up. We all know that. Cardinals are going to be fine.
Aaron.
They're going to be just fine.
So but here's the flip side of it, and what I didn't look at was where the Cardinals ERA was 19-ish games in
Last year.
2023, but they are fifth in the NL with a 3.74. New York Mets 3.48, Pittsburgh Pirates 3.65, Arizona, which is a surprise, Diamondbacks 3.68, Phillies 3.68, And Cardinals 374. Brewers also a surprise 3.99. Cubs, but they're just hitting 4.04. San Diego 4.17, and the Reds are 4.22. So that rounds out your top 9 because that's all my screenshot would hold.
So sub 4 ERA so far on the season. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So we're the BFIB are all up in arms. Again, the whole Sonny Gray conversation. We didn't get an ace. We got Lance Lynn. There's Cardinals fans who've moved to Cincinnati for that because of that. because Lance Lynn was signed.
Baltimore's next.
True.
Going there next.
Lance Lynn is surprisingly, he's not giving us 7 innings a game.
See, I thought he would. Well, he will. I think
Right.
as the season goes on, he will.
I agree. I think he will too.
And he'll get close to 200 innings. I think he'll probably get to about 180.
Yep.
Just a lot of innings, and so I think he'll start going longer. And he's not striking as many people out, which is surprising to me. But it's another example of learning how to pitch with what you have.
Right.
And he's getting guys out, and his ERA is below 3. So, kudos, Lance Lynn. I hate you still, but
I was gonna say, is lightning striking?
But I'm proud of the way you're pitching so far. So keep it up.
So yeah, so the Cardinals pitching and we are missing Sonny Gray came back, obviously, as we know, because we talked about him. Kenyon Middleton's not in the bullpen yet because he's on IL, and that was supposed to be pretty. The bullpen has been, except for Palante,
The bullpen has been good.
Except for Palante, the bullpen has been good.
And
I don't
has his velocity back.
I don't understand. Marmol's. Oh my gosh, I'm saying something bad about Ali Marmol. I guess I'm a BFIB. Make a banner that says "Fire Marmol, Fire Mo." Just kidding. You don't have to make that banner. But he goes to Palante too much. But that could also be because what other options does he have? With
it could be situational. When Middleton's back, I bet that'll change some.
Yep. Our bullpen's going to be stacked once we get all our guys.
So I did not take screenshots of this, but right before we came on, there was someone posted. This was yesterday. The Cardinals are on the same on pace for a 71 and 91 season.
Same record as last year
because they were 7-9.
Yeah,
right. So well, they already won, right? So that gives them on pace to I think it was 77 and do the math for me. 162 minus 77.
I'd rather not.
85.
85. So 77 and 85. So now they're on pace for 77 and 85. If they win tonight, they're on pace for an 81 to 81 season. And if they sweep Oakland, they're on pace for an 85 and whatever the difference is season. And last year, 85 wins, you would have been a wild card. Thank you. 85 and 77. Oh yeah, 75 and 87. Yeah.
Well, 85 would have won them the division last year, right?
85 would have put them in the wild card.
Okay.
Last year. But what's actually really funny is that same number, that 85, is if last year, if we would have gotten 28 of our blown saves back, we would have had 85 wins. No, half. I'm sorry, half of our 28 blown saves. I apologize.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Half of our 28 blown saves back. So if we just had a normal blown save season, Cardinals would have been 85 and 77 and would have been to the playoffs. So
there you go.
So are you living in the past?
Well, I'm just saying that talking about pace right now is really fucking stupid.
I agree.
Because 85, because if they sweep the A's, then we're saying they're on pace for an 85 and 77 win season. 85 wins, 77 loss season.
Do you know coming into this series? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I thought you were done.
No, go ahead. No, you're
coming into this series, Oakland has actually won their last 3 series for the first time since like 2021.
Stick it to their owner. I hope they win 90 games this year.
How would that be sticking it to the owner?
I don't know.
Just lose every game. That would be sticking it to the owner.
Yeah.
But they're out there playing. They're trying. They've got a lot of scrubs. They're like a glorified minor league team. I'm not so sure that they could beat the Norfolk Tide, which is the Orioles AAA team.
Oh,
that is stacked.
They could now. Jackson Holiday is no longer on the team.
Yeah, but Heston Kjerstad is, and Kobe Mayo. There's plenty of guys there. Don't worry.
Jokes. I say jokes. I
Jokes.
say jokes. I say jokes for a living.
You should find a new job.
Oh,
Hey now.
man, that hurt.
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's early. I like to be the anti-homer to Aaron's homer all the time, mostly because it's fun. But there's some truth to it.
There
But
must be
it's still
balance.
super duper early.
You know,
Here's the thing. I'm not one who thinks Ollie Marmol is the best manager that's ever been bestowed upon the earth. I'm not one that thinks John Mozeliak makes all the right moves. I think their quality has gone down. But what I bristle at is when people are always like, fire Ollie, fire Marmol, when
That's the same
players-
person.
the players are but the players are the ones that play. Marmol can't take the hits, can't take the at bats for him. He doesn't pitch the balls. He doesn't defend the hits, right? He can only put the team on the field that he was given.
Yeah.
And John Mozeliak can only spend the money that he was given.
Also
Has he
true.
made mistakes? Yes. They got 2 years left. I'm guessing if this is a bad season, they will cut ties with Ollie Marmol this year. And
Even after the contract extension?
yeah, they did it with Shilton. They did it with
that's true.
Matheny.
They've done it
They
in
did
the
it with
past.
Matheny. So
Yeah.
what's the difference? But we're still a very lucky fan base because we have one losing season in the last 15 years. One. And it was last year.
That is pretty good.
So be an A's fan, be a Pirates fan. Yeah, it'd be great to be a Pirates fan right now. And it was great to be a Pirates fan at the beginning of last year. Be a Marlins fan who went to the playoffs last season and are choking this season.
Yeah. Having a hard time winning.
Be a Rockies fan.
Ugh.
Be an A's fan who has a payroll less than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, we are spoiled as Cardinal fans.
Yeah,
sure.
and I understand that there's a desire and a want for them to win and win every season. But I agree with John Mozeliak, and he got a bunch of shit for saying this. The goal is to win a World Series every year, but you can't live your life expecting to win a World Series every year. The Cardinals are the second winningest World Series team, and they won 11.
Yeah.
In over 100 years, 10% of their seasons.
Yeah, I mean, that should be the goal, but realistically.
Right, but people are like, oh, see what he's saying? He's saying that they're not going to put a World Series product on the field every season.
I mean, do you think the teams you just named, like the Rockies, their goal is to win a World Series? Right. And I'm sure they'd like to do it every year, but realistically.
The Mets had the highest payroll last year. Where did that get them?
Nowhere.
They traded everything.
They traded all those guys.
They traded everything off. Oh, But yeah, so for everyone saying, sign Ohtani. Oh, that's a bullet dodged, eh? Could you imagine that media circus if they signed Ohtani? And the whole interpreter thing and all the gambling and all that stuff.
The last I heard, it's maybe the interpreter's taking the fall. I don't know, but it seems like they're spinning it that Ohtani didn't know.
Well,
the interpreter.
The Justice Department report says that he stole $16 million over the course of 2 years.
Yep.
Betting like up to like 900 times a day or something like ridiculous.
Crazy.
That might be.
It was a crazy number though.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy how much he bet and how he had access to the money and everything. But here's my bet. I'm looking to my crystal ball. Crystal ball music, please, Aaron. Thank you. My crystal ball says this. The Justice Department decides to extradite the interpreter. I forget his name.
Ippei.
And he disappears into the hills of Japan on a palatial estate with mysterious money entering his bank account for the rest of his life. and the
He
rest
lives in Japan on a glacier.
I have a palace. He might want his palace to look like a glacier. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Like an ice cave, like Superman
or Elsa.
Yeah. Hey, take the ice cave, man.
Yeah. So my guess is it's all a cover up, and he's going to be mysteriously extradited. Thanks, Breeze.
Words are hard.
That's my girlfriend, everybody.
Well, she's not wrong.
She's not. She's heard you talk before.
Okay.
All right.
You know, it's really funny that with all the hard words for me that I'm the host of this damn thing.
I agree. That is weird. But hey, it is what it is.
I don't know why I'm not the special assistant.
This was our idea. We just drug Aaron into it years ago and never let him go.
You're the sweet baby boy.
I'm the sweet baby boy. We were tremendously. Chris and I were both tremendously drunk when we came up with this idea.
We were, and it's been multiple iterations now, and here we are.
Well, we've really kind of stomped the Cardinals into the ground.
Yeah, baseball and the Cardinals. Aaron, do you want to talk about the Blues today?
Yeah,
you can talk about them. All right, yeah, let's do a Blues minute. Hang tight.
Okay, I'll hang.
Now listen to me, Aaron. Don't feel so sad. It'll be the best Blues minute you've ever had. Aaron, don't feel so sad. It'll be the best Blues minute you've ever had. You've ever had.
Hey, there you go.
I tried, dude. I tried. It didn't work out.
No, that's awesome, dude. That was really cool.
So CJ
Snare intro.
CJ Snare, the singer of Firehouse, died on April 5th. So I created that for in honor of CJ Snare.
Oh, rest in peace. That song is one of the best hair metal songs to come out of the whole hair metal genre. Easily. Don't Treat Me Bad by Firehouse. Kids, go look it up on YouTube. It's an excellent song. The video, I think his girlfriend throws him out. She throws all his clothes out of the apartment, and he's like catching, and she throws his guitar. He's missing the clothes. He catches the guitar because he can't let that hit the ground. And then, yeah, it's Firehouse. Don't Treat Me Bad. Anyway, the Blues Minute. The Blues are not making the playoffs this year. For the second year in a row, we're mathematically eliminated. When I say we, I mean the Blues. No out on the team. I'm one of those people that says that. But the Blues have Robert Thomas, and I heard one of the 101 ESPN shows today. I don't remember which one. I think they were being hypothetical. I don't know if there's any truth to this, but they're like, what would Brady Tkachuk on the team? And I haven't heard anything substantial. I don't know if that's just a rumor. I don't know what's going on. But
I heard that. That was a call in, like a fan saying, or a radio listener saying,
total hypothetical.
Sports six pack is like,
okay.
What would it take? And he offered Jordan Kyrou, the backup goalie Joel Hofer, and the first round pick next year.
Okay.
And everyone
I only heard like maybe a minute of that discussion because I was nuking my lunch. So I would love to get Brady Tkachuk, but I didn't think that was a possibility.
Everyone said absolutely. Why wouldn't you take that?
Yeah. Oh, of course. But it's disappointing to miss the playoffs. The Blues had that streak going for, I don't know, 15, 20 years where they just take the playoffs every season. And we like fans of, we're just all the time good. And then we sucked, and then we won the cup, and now we're sucking again. So I don't know. I'm curious to see if Bannister will be brought back as head coach, but we really won't find that out for a while because the playoffs are going on. And
if you would have been told, if someone would have told you at the end of last year that the Blues could have a potential of 93 points this season, would you have taken it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if they win their last, they have one game left, right? 1 or 2?
I think they have one game. They had their last home game. They have one away game, and that's it.
Yeah,
I
so they
believe.
have a potential of having 93 points if they win that game, which, by the way, would have put them 4th in the Metropolitan Division. Because they're in a tough division. So,
Yep.
That put them down 5th. So
They were too inconsistent this year.
Yeah.
But
that's your
water under the bridge.
That's your takeaway. Too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's your
consistently inconsistent.
Is that your Blues several minutes?
That's my Blues. Probably 3-4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Now listen to me, Aaron. Don't feel so bad.
I mean, that was like an attempt at a Blues minute. It was pretty mediocre if you think about it. I mean, to be honest, like Chris and I spent all our time, effort, energy into making this a professional podcast, and this is what you give us. Did you even do any research for this? Oh my God, Chris, do we even want him to do this anymore? For real, like that was pretty awful.
You have to keep those. We have to keep those. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't think it was awful. That was just a little.
But it's funny.
Yeah,
those little jokes
Funny.
at your expense, my friend.
I love it.
Aaron,
Congratulations.
your internet is really struggling.
Yeah,
today, huh?
yeah, you sound like a robot. I love it.
How about-
Blues minute don't eat.
How about now? Can you hear
It's
me now?
fine. It's pretty intermittent, but it is.
Awesome.
You can tell it's struggling.
Great.
But you're fine
Fantastic. Yay.
Little intermittent interference.
Forgive
but
me,
anyway,
listeners.
We'll get it cleaned up. You'll get it cleaned up next week when you upgrade your internet.
Again.
Again. Yeah.
By the way,
so
this
St.
is
Louis
what-
City.
this is what Aaron made for Blues Minute, and we
told
which
him
I
we didn't
think
need
which
it.
I think is great, but we
Yeah.
didn't use it. We didn't.
Did you
use it
notice the
because
font in the Blues Minute intro is the Blues font?
I
did.
notice that.
The Jersey font. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah,
creative.
we were like, Aaron, we don't need that. What do you mean you don't need that? Well, that's why. Now you know. We had to force him not to look at these videos beforehand. So that was Mike's surprise to you.
What is a little sad is that our mics are muted when that goes on, and all they see is that, so they didn't get to see Aaron's reaction. So, but that's all right.
I loved it.
My mom loves my nickname.
Of course, as she should.
That was on the fly. I came up with it last second when I was told I needed to change it from co-host.
Right.
But Mike,
Right.
Aaron, St. Louis City.
Hey,
I'm
I'm wearing the
not
hat.
at the game.
I'm wearing the hat.
Yeah, Mike's wearing the hat. I was not at the game on Sunday, but finally a win.
Yes. And finally a goal from Klaus. The whole
Yeah.
stadium was like, you could just feel the tension. Like, come on, dude. Like he'd missed a pretty easy shot. I mean, we're sitting in the stands, or standing in the stands. Let me know if my audio is going out.
It comes and goes. You're fine. Just keep talking.
But yeah, we won. Next game is in Kansas City against our rival Sporting KC. That's on Saturday night. We still are missing Leuven. He's out for personal issues. Hopefully we get him back soon.
That's pretty strange. Strange
Yeah,
stuff.
I just hope it's resolved soon. I know it's.
Did you hear the stuff about Adeniran today?
I saw something.
I did not.
There seems
So
to be
he's
some
there's
drama,
some
right?
tension between Adeniran and Carnell.
Really?
I don't
My
know to
best
what
friend.
extent, but yeah, apparently it's not great.
I'll have you guys add the picture of me and my best friend Bradley, arm in arm. For next podcast. So,
Why don't you give him a call and tell him Adeniran is not the guy you want to lose?
yeah, we're not those kind of best friends.
Oh,
Yeah, it's more like he doesn't know I exist, but
did you put UEFA Champions League on here?
Yeah, I wanted to mention something. So I was watching the PSG Barcelona game today.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on Barcelona that set up this really good goal, and I didn't know anything about him. And they're going on and on about him. And turns out his name is Lamine Yamal. I never heard of him before today.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they were nothing but praise for him. I look him up. He's 16 years old.
Oh wow.
He's a Spanish citizen born from where is it? His parents were immigrants, but yeah, he's from Spain, and they call him. He could be the next Messi. Whether that
He
pans
plays
out
for
or not.
Barcelona.
Yes,
So
Barcelona.
he's probably been in like the Barcelona system since he was like 2.
Yeah. So
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know that guy either. I saw you put on here Messi and KC. I was actually driving. I drove past Arrowhead while that game was going on Saturday night, and it was full to the top. Like you could see people from the highway full all the way to the top of the stadium.
Oh wow.
And at first I didn't know what was going on. And then I remembered that Messi was in town, and I'm like, they must have moved the game to Arrowhead or whatever, Giha Stadium, whatever it's called now. It's still Arrowhead to me.
Yeah, it's it broke the record for MLS at 72,610 people in attendance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And all the people in Kansas City are like, "See, Kansas City's the soccer capital of the world." Look, you can have 72,000 draw. You can have 72,000 draw to the Field of Dreams if Messi was there.
Yeah, Messi
in the middle of a cornfield.
But yeah, the stadium was packed. I'm still bummed that we don't get Messi this year.
Yeah.
Do you think
they
would play it at Busch?
I mean, I think they would have had to play it somewhere, but I don't know how that works with season tickets. Like, would they just tell us our season tickets are good for this section of Busch Stadium or wherever they were to play it?
Yeah, I think we'd get like where we would sit. I don't know how that would happen.
I don't know. That would be that. I don't know. I'm no longer a city season ticket holder. So
maybe we can find out next season. Hopefully we get Miami here and Messi's still playing. That would be the ideal situation. Aaron, you said you had a short list.
Yeah, with my audio going in and out, I'm going to load a graphic and you can put it up and one of you can read the list.
Okay.
Sure.
He did tell me that his I can give you since you're cutting in and out. He told me his list has to do with the one and the only Whitey Herzog. Some of you may or may not know.
Rest in peace.
Whitey Herzog passed away. Was it this morning?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The White Rat, which is why our episode is called "Long Live the White Rat." Whitey was a big. When did he stop managing?
90?
Was it 90? Because I remember watching him manage. I was very young.
Yeah.
But
because you're a kid. So I mean, I was watching and have core memories of like 80 through 90 seasons sitting in my dad's company. We get him like once every 6 weeks or so, get some games in his company's box, which is right behind the dugout, and watching some of those Heat is on and those teams from the 80s and Cardinals. And yeah, it's a bummer. He was a part of some core memories for me. So
he did live a nice long life. What was he?
92? Yeah, 92. Yeah. Hope he didn't suffer long if he was ill.
So good long life. But Aaron's list pertains to Whitey. So we'll read them from 5 to 1. Those of you that are watching, you can read along. Mike, you want to read them?
Sure. So these are, I guess, as top 5 quotes according to Aaron.
Yep.
Yes. Aaron is shaking his head. Yes. So number 5, if you don't have outstanding relief pitching, you might as well piss on the fire and call the dogs. That's very true. I don't know what it means, but it's very true.
I don't either. Do you remember the book that I had that had quotes from who were those from?
No,
it was a baseball player, and it was quotes, and he said crazy stuff all the time. I'll think of it.
Number 4, baseball has been good to me since I quit trying to play it. Because like a lot of managers, he wasn't the best player in the world. He's better at strategizing and getting people to do what he needs done.
It was Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra. Thank you, Breeze.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Number 3, a slick way to outfigure a person is to get him figuring. You figure he's figuring. You're figuring. He'll figure. You aren't really figuring what you want him to figure. You figure.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means.
How did I do? Because that was.
Did he say that yesterday?
That was too soon, buddy.
Sense,
Too soon. I thought I was smelling toast for a second as I was.
Number 2 is really, really funny.
Number 2, if I managed the Cubs, I'd be an alcoholic.
Fair.
And number 1, we need 3 kinds of pitching: left-handed, right-handed, and relief. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Whitey.
The White Rat.
Yep.
All right. So we every week we have a segment called The Worst Fans of Sports. Is what this podcast is named after. It's where I dig through message boards and posts and a whole bunch of other nonsense, and I look at comments from the quote unquote best fans in baseball who are actually the worst fans in baseball. That's right. Your hometown St. Louis Cardinals fans, the most vocal, the most ignorant, and the, dare I say, the most annoying with the same repeated things over and over again about Fire Mo, Fire Ollie, Mozo the Clown, iPad Ollie.
Yeah, I like that one. Mozo the Clown. I like that one.
All right. So on this was posted after Sonny Gray's outing against the Athletics.
What a line.
By STL Sports Central's post. And I did this on purpose. I wanted to find something that was positive. So it was 6 innings, 6 Ks, 4 hits, 0 walks, 0 earned runs. STL Sports Central on Facebook.
You know what they call that? They call that a quality start.
That is a quality start, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. So the first person posts half game, barely, no hits, which means the bullpen still got to pitch 3+ innings. Come on, schmo. We won't always win like this.
What's this mean? Half game, barely, no hits.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but 6 out of 9, which is 2/3. 2/3 of the game is barely half.
And 4 hits equals 0 hits? I mean, I would have been much happier with no hits.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost me with the first sentence.
I'm not sure what any of this means. But I love how we can post something positive, and this and also it's Mo's fault that Sonny Gray's limited on pitches because he's just coming off an injury.
Yeah.
By the way,
75 was his number, and he was under 40 through 4.
Do you know how many pitches he pitched in 6 innings? Do you know how many pitches that game? It was 72.
It was 72.
72.
And so his first 4 innings, he was under 10 pitches an inning.
He pitched 12 pitches an inning on average.
Yeah. Which
and
is
this guy
incredible.
and this idiot's complaining.
Of course.
The next comment. Of course, let's pad his number against the worst team in baseball and make Marmol look like a genius.
Okay.
I don't even have words.
They won 3 series in a row coming into that game.
I don't have words.
I can't read that guy's name because it's blurred.
Yeah.
Or I'd call him out.
Mr. Person that we can't read your name.
Your stupid purple picture and your blurry name.
What does that mean? So we should pitch our worst pitchers against the worst teams? Is that what we do now?
Yeah, that's how you win ball games.
Yes.
Whatever it takes to make Marmol look dumb. That's what we do.
Yes. And then finally.
I mean, but let's go back to that. So there's a 5-man rotation, right? Rotation being the key word.
But no, you're not. It doesn't count if a good pitcher or a bad pitcher has a good game against a bad team. Actually, we should not even play the bad teams.
Because it's just padding numbers.
That's all it is. All we're doing is pad numbers.
The sad thing is we still only scored 3 runs. We're averaging just under 3 runs a game on the season, and we could only muster 3 against, the
Oakland AAAs.
Yeah.
Marmol's a genius, though, man. I mean, he set a rotation. He made it to where
he had this planned, even with Sonny's injury.
The injury, everything was planned to where we could get Sonny Gray to pitch against the lowly Athletics. So not Sonny Gray would look good. No. So Ollie Marmol would look good.
Yeah, it's all about making Ollie Marmol look like a genius.
You jackhole.
What an idiot.
All right. Third one. What's up with the clown manager? says they want pitchers to go farther I-2 games, and he pulls Sonny after the 6th with only 72 pitches. Let him come out in the 7th to see how quick he could get through it. But no, Ollie, rather, let his bullpen try to lose it the more innings he let them pitch. And on cue, first batter in the 8th, home run.
I mean, the home run did happen, but it was also Estuary Ruiz, who's arguably their best player. And Sonny had 3 pitches left.
Yeah, does this person not understand that he's on a pitch limit because he's coming back from an injury?
Everyone knew that going into yesterday's game, except for this guy, apparently.
So I'm flabbergasted.
Sound them.
So yeah, so you guys, this is what I got for you, buddies. All 3 of you blurred name people that we can't say your names.
The worst fans in sports. The worst fans in sports.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing? You just going to click it over and over again?
Well, I thought you had it on the loop like last time.
No, I took the loop off.
And so I was trying to hit it. I was trying to turn it off. So, hey,
they got it a couple times. It's fine. They're idiots.
Yeah,
they deserve it.
They deserve it. So they are the worst fans of sports. So, last thing, we talked about the White Rat, and we said our goodbyes and our farewells. We had another very prominent sports figure from the 70s pass away in last week. Anybody want to say their goodbyes to the Juice, O.J. Simpson?
See
Nope.
ya.
Nope.
I mean,
Nope. Yeah.
we don't have much to say about that gentleman.
So I put that there for the jokes and the laughs.
Yeah. No, not much to say about that man. Not
Yep,
anything positive. Nothing I want to say live on Facebook and YouTube.
So someone posted something I thought was really funny. We have the Buffalo Bills to blame for all this, right? Because
For him dying?
No, for the whole thing. Because they lost a game, which gave them the pick. Like they lost like a game, like the last game of the season, which gave them the pick to give them OJ. So OJ played in Buffalo, met Nicole Brown, got married, murdered her and the waiter, and none of that would have happened if he would have been drafted by. If they would have won that game, he would have been drafted by the other team because he would have never been in Buffalo to meet Nicole Brown.
Damn it, Buffalo.
And we know that OJ brought us the Kardashians, so we wouldn't have the Kardashians either.
Damn it, Buffalo.
So
Damn
another reason to hate the Buffalo Bills.
I don't hate the Buffalo Bills.
I do now.
Now you have a single reason. Or 2, I guess.
Right.
OJ and the Kardashians.
Yes. So hey, we did 117. That's about on par.
Bad.
So
that's pretty average for what we do.
For those of you who hung in with us, we appreciate it. If you like it, tell your friends and all that stuff. Thanks, Timmy.
Yeah, share all the things if you would, please.
Yeah.
Those 2 of you watching here at the moment. Share all this stuff. We can get our numbers up. Obviously, this is show number 2, but audio will be up tomorrow morning.
Oh, we got a comment. And it is Dad said your mom. Well,
My dad
your
said
dad.
the glove didn't fit.
You must have quit. That's right.
All right. On
Thanks,
that note, we're out of here.
See you later. Bye.
They get pissed when their favorite players traded.